Okay, so our topic for today is data binding and yung Windows. Part 2, add the link. Then part 3. Then part 4. Okay, so let me discuss first the data binding for using Tkinter this time. So for example, adding two numbers. So it is a simple Python program to add two numbers and display their sum. This program is only used for learning Python, etc. So for example, here we have two text box, okay, for the first number and second number, and then when we click the calculate button, then it will give the result. Now let's try it. So let me open our GUI. So Python IDLE, and then let's create a new file. Then let's copy this one, then paste. Okay, so first we have the definition. So by the way, we have two variables in here. We have the name of the window, TK. This is the name of our window master, and then we have the variable my text. So this is used to hold the result. Okay, and then we have the data type, string variable, and then we have the label, first, second, and then we have the result. So for example, this is the first number, then this is the second number. Okay, so that is our label, and then in my previous manual or topic, we have the grid. Okay, this one is used for assigning where is the location, kung saan ilolocate yung label. For example, this one, yung object. So for example here, the label first number will be in the row 0, and then the second number will be in the row 1, and then the third label, the result, will be in the third row. This one is sticky window. Right. But what is important here is the grid, kasi nandito yung positioning. And then next is we have the result, label, master. By the way, this is the name of our window, master. And then for the meantime, that is blank, empty. The text is empty. And then we have the text variable is equal to my text. Take note that a while ago we have a variable named my text. This one will hold the result. And then we have here, it will be shown in grid row 3 column 1. Okay, and then here we have, this one is used for the input. This one is for the text box entry, text box, E1 for the first number, entry master, E2 for the second number. Take note. And then it will be shown in row 0 column 1 and row 1 column 1. Okay, pag sa row kasi, for example in our Excel, what's row and column? So in our Excel, for example here, what will be the expected output? So let's try. So in row 0, so this is our first row, row 0, we have the first number. Okay, yeah. So that is our first row. Then the second row 1 will be second number. Yan lang siya. Okay? First number and second number, and then the third row will display the result label. Okay? Label lang siya. Next. Then here we have the result. By the way, this is only a label. Label lang siya. And then here we have the label, text empty. This will be what? It will show the result. If you add two numbers, then it will display the sum of two numbers. So we have text variable grid row 3 column 1, row 0, row 1, row 3. Okay, row 0, so row 1, row 3, and column 1. This is column 0, so definitely this is column 1. So dito siya magpapakita. So for example, we put 1 and 2, so the result is 3. Dito siya. Column 1, column 0, column 1. Dito. Row 3, column 1, dito. Okay? So that will be our expected output. And then we have text box entry. Dito na siya. Text box, and then it will be shown in our row 0. Row 0, this is our row 0, and then column 1, this is column 1. Yan. And then E2 will be shown in our row 1. This is our row 1 and column 1. This is our column 1. So it will be displayed in this part. Then we have the button. So variable B, button master, so that it will be shown. And then text calculate, command add numbers. The command, when we click the button, it will redirect to our function. This is our method or function. Pag click daw natin si button, pupunta daw siya dun sa add numbers. And these are our line of codes or command for add numbers dito. Okay? Next. So it will be shown in our grid. So this is another way of displaying using the grid. Grid row 0. So this is our row 0, column 2, column 0, column 1, column 2 dito. Call span 2. Call span. Anong call span? Column. Dalawa daw ang kukunin niya. 2. Column 2. 2 columns starting here, dalawa, and then row span 2, dalawang row. So meaning dito siya pupunta. Okay? Sticky, then pad. This is just only the appearance of your button. The pad X, and then we have the pad Y. Then the text is calculate. Okay, so this is the button. So yep. And then for when we click the button, it will go in this part. We have a variable here, res is equal to int. We need to convert the string into integer so that we can get the sum. Next, we have E1. So this is our E1 entry. E1 for the first number. Get method, and then we have E2. We have get method so that it will get the data from our text box. E1 and E2. Next, we have addition. So it will add the data or numbers from our E1, text box 1 and text box 2. And then it will be put in our res variable, and then it will be displayed here my text that set. Okay, set res. So now the value of my text is the result of our data here. And Then in our label here, the result is equal to text variable my text, so it will be displayed in this part, row 3 column 1. So this is our row 3, row 0 1 2, dapat si row 3, row 0, row 1, row 2 at row 3. Okay, so anyway, so let's try row 3 and then column 1. So column 0, column 1. Okay, so let's try. Run our command. Okay, I forgot to save. Save muna daw. Then for example, add .py. Save. So run module. So this will be the output. And so for example 1 and 2, compute, calculate, 3. So that is the data binding, how you will data bind or how you will get the data from our text box to a variable, then compute, process, and then output. Okay, yan. I have here another example. So let's try another example. Let's go now to our Google Classroom, section 1, section 2. Part 3, simple calculator. So this is another example, simple calculator. Okay, so we have the addition, multiplication, subtraction, and division using the radio button, same. So let's try to copy this one. Then let's create a new file. Then let's try to save. So calculator.py. Okay, so here, by the way, in Tkinter, the definition or the method should be put above our code. Kasi pag nasa baba siya, for example here, if I put it, by the way, let's try to run muna. Okay, so it's working, but if I put the definition or method at the bottom part, there, and then if I run, then there will be an error. And an error because line by line it will be checking line by line. So for example here, sans calculator, here in this part, so button, text, command, calculate, but above our command or code, wala siyang makita. So that's why it is necessary to put your definition or your methods in this part, except to this is the root, main root. Okay, let's try. And working. Okay, so the name of our window now is root, and root, and then we have the radio button. So this is our radio button, and then we have the data types. So these are the data types. We have the val radio, and then we have the my text, and then we have also the first number and then the second number as a string. Then next is we have a label. Let's try to run. Yeah. Simple calculator. So we have the simple calculator here, this part, simple calculator, grid row 0. So this is our row 0, column 0, correct? And then we have the label first. So this is our label first, row 1. So this is our first row, and then column 0, correct? And then second number label row 2, this is our row 2 and column 0, correct? And then we have the result, label the result. So wala pa atang laman. Anyway, so text result text variable my text, and then we have here the my text that will hold the result later on based from here. Okay. Yeah. Then next, grid row 5, row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ay, row 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dito. It will be displayed in this part. And then row 5, column 0, column 0. Text entry, TK entry, so this is our text box. E1 for the first number. Grid row 1, so this is our row 1, row 1, this is our row 1, column 1, column 1. Row 2, column 1. Then next is our radio buttons. So first, we have a variable R1, radio button 1, radio button text add, and then variable val radio. Take note that the name should be the same, the variable should be the same for all the radio buttons. Val radio, val radio, val radio, and then value 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 4. The value is very important because later on in our definition or in our method, it will be used. So for example, if the val radio that get value, if the value is 1, then that is add, okay? And then if 2, so that is subtraction. If that is 3, that is multiplication, and for 4, that is division, okay? Yeah. Is equal to 1. Next is the position of the object. So first we have the radio button add, row 3, so 0, 1, 2, 3, column 0, and so on, okay? So that is the use of the grid lines. Next is we have the button, B button calculate, there, command row 1, and then column 3, column 0, column 1, column 3, okay? Then let's try add, calculate 3. There. Okay, so that is for the data binding and how you will use this one. This one is a combination of the definition and a conditional statement. Okay, so do you have any question with that? None so far? Okay, so in our activity last week, I posted an activity. Okay, so this is the use of the, if you want to put some design, so this is my reference there, and then our activity is you will create a power monitoring system, pero kuan muna tayo, framework. So this is our frames, and then 24 turn in, pero isa lang hindi pa nag-sign, si Rosario, ay hindi pala, kanyan OGT, our OGT. Anyway, kompleto, abaya, agbunag, etc. Good. I have also my video demonstration, but then again, this is another topic sana. This will be our topic sana last week, how to open, okay, how to open a new window with a button with Tkinter. Though nagawa nyo naman yung activity, so okay, let me discuss na lang muna to. Okay. file, new, paste, save. Let's try window.py, then run. So once we click this one, it will open another window. So this is our code, and this is a comment. So this will import the widgets, etc. So we have Tkinter import, Tkinter ttk import. Master is the name of our window object, tk object master, and then we have here the geometry. So the geometry is used for on how you want the size of the window. For example, here is 200 by 200 pixel, so that is 200 by 200. And then we have the definition or a method function, open new window, and then from in our new window we have created a variable new window, then top level master 30 to 330. Okay, yan. Top level of the master. So this is our master, and so this is our master window, and then we have the top level. Then new window, title new window. So yan.
Pero hindi ko kasi nakita yung pagpunahan niya, Jay. Pero napanood na kasi
Yan.
yung live
New
guys
window.
na
So we have the new window. That's the title of our window. Then geometry 200 by 200, same size. And then we have the label. This is a new window. So this is a new window.
kasi nga, nagmasa
Okay.
ako.
Next in our master.
Ano lang yung
Master. This is a main window.
studio or anong mas may recommend niya?
And then we have the label pack. Pad Y 10 for the label. This one. What is pad Y? This is margin. Okay, margin. Margin of y-axis and then the x-axis. Okay. Then next is we have the button btn master. So it will be displayed in our master window. So this is our master window. Click to open the new window. Then we have the command. So this is our command. Command open new window. So once we click the button, it will redirect to our function open new window. Okay, then pad y. Pad y is just only margin.
Sir.
That is the margin. Yes.
Sir, di ba pa monitoring the final requirement tayo?
Yes. Yun nga lang ang napag-usapan namin ni Sir Andrada is na wala pa siyang device. No device yet, but rather only a GUI, graphical user interface with database. Okay, so until finals wala pa siyang hardware. So in your software development tree, you will be putting hardware. Okay? So yung hardware na yun, it will be controlled by using the Tkinter. Itong Tkinter, for example, light on, not light off. So pag clinic mo to, dapat magla-light on siya, iilaw. Pag clinic mo yung off, dapat mag-off yung ilaw. So that will be your output during your software development tree. Sa software development tree nyo, ganun na siya. Pero dito wala pa siyang hardware. Okay? Power monitoring system pero more on GUI and database lang tayo. Do you have any question, class? Do you have any question?
No, sir.
None so far, okay. Yes.
So yung database, kahit anong klaseng database gagawin?
For the meantime, yung reference ko kasi I'm using the SAMP. Yun. But if you have another idea, as long as it is connected to a database, why not? Pwede. Pero ako,
Sir, paano po yung SQLite?
Pwede rin kasi SQL din
Kung
naman siya.
offline na SQLite eh.
Yes, okay lang siya. Kasi ito, this is some SQL din naman siya. So SQLite pwede rin. Same lang sila. They're using the SQL command. Okay lang siya. Kasi SQL din naman siya. Okay. So for that, do you still remember this one? Kasi magbibigay pa ako ng mga activities. So although you created a while ago the GUI, meron na kayong GUI na nagawa. Pero I want to add some functionalities para makuha natin yung computation niya. And this is the closest one na nakita ko. The Ohm's law. Do you still remember this one, the Ohm's law? Naalala nyo pa yung Ohm's law? Baka hindi na. The power, current, and voltage relationship. Okay, so using the Tkinter, so this will be your activity for this week. Ikon lang natin to. Okay, so username and login, you have the room management. Kasi dito it's more on adding lang naman add, edit, delete, wala pa siyang masyadong computation. So I want to add some functionalities in your system that will compute for the Ohm's law. Or gawa na lang tayo akta ng bago. Huwag na natin i-link dun. So this one, part 6, your assignment will be so using the Tkinter and Python, create a program that will compute for the power, current, and voltage using Ohm's law. Copy image address. So I want you to upload your screenshot. Hindi pa na lang. Video demo na lang. So create a video demo showing that your program is working. Then upload it here. Show also your source code. For the source code ko na lang to screenshot. Okay? Due date. Ano ba 20? Ano lang? Sa Friday next week. And then later on,